We'd like to welcome New Roads Mayor Tommy Nelson to New Roads Daily. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Doing well. This is an exclusive interview. He's decided to come and speak to us about several questions that the community has related to the debate and also other issues. No questions are off the table, and he and I have had no real preconditions, but everybody understands because of the FBI probe, a limited amount of things can be said about it, obviously. We want to first thank you for being a one-man stimulus program, Tommy.
Yes.
And you don't even maybe know what I'm talking about, but honestly, the news about you, the FBI probe, took this site, which was in its infancy stages in the beginning, and literally put it on the map within one day.
Well, it's great for the economy.
That's right. That's right. So not only do we have a fantastic thing that happened for us, the news drove the site. It means that we get to hire writers.
Exactly.
It means that we get to pay taxes.
Increase the city's tax base.
That's exactly. I buy equipment.
There you go.
And you're advertising on the site. America's great.
Great.
So anyway, we appreciate that, but we know that this came as, what was good news for us came as bad news for you, and we'll get into that in a second. But I also wanted to address the fact that, at least in the very beginning, maybe the perception was that the African American community thought that because of the coincidence and the timing of the site, that it was a hit job by the white supremacists that wanted to take Tommy Nelson down. But from New Roads Daily directly, I want to reassure you that that was not the case.
Right.
The coincidence and timing was just unbelievable. And before I learned the news about you and the FBI probe, we were trying to think of all kinds of promotions that we could do for the site to, give it a little bit of livelihood. But your story obviously put some rocket fuel in it.
I'll tell you what, I would have been here either way.
Good. Tell us what it was like the first few days after the news came down that the feds were probing you, or you found out that you were going to be part of the investigation. What was it like in the family? I mean, how did your family handle it?
Well, obviously I cannot talk a whole lot about anything that's going on at this particular time, but everyone knows that we have a strong family. We're a strong family. We've been through situations before. Every campaign we're going through situations. This is nothing different. We're moving forward, and we're vigilant, and that's just how my family is. So everybody's upbeat, and everybody's doing the same thing they've been doing all before.
And you're handling the stress okay with it?
Stress.
Well, it's got to be.
Looks like
It's got to be heavy. Not only the work that you have to do for the city, all the normal things that a mayor would have to do, but you've also got the weight of the investigation on you. It has to affect you somehow.
Well,
where do you go for comfort?
The Lord, Jesus Christ. There's no stress. Running this city is my ultimate passion. It's my job. It's what I get up and do every day. Before I get up in the morning, the city's on my mind. When I go to sleep at night, the city's on my mind. My one ultimate duty right now is to make sure that this city moves forward, and that's what I'm doing.
Good. The question on everybody's mind, obviously, is did you do it? Did you take a bribe?
Once again, I cannot answer any questions at this particular time based on conversations with the attorneys. I would love to answer that question, and I will be back to answer that question in hopefully the very near future. So look forward to that story.
Good. I'll be the first, I hope.
Yes, you will.
Very good. You have to admit moving the campaign trailer was a little bit suspicious, and I think that's what drove a lot of the speculation by what was going on. Did you move the trailer, or did friends of yours move the trailer, or was it just a coincidental thing?
No, I think what was happening with the trailer, there's some repairs that needed to go on with the trailer, and the trailer was moved back. And in fact, I did not really know that the trailer was moved until I got a call and found out that it had been moved. But the trailer being moved had nothing to do with anything that was going on.
All right.
In fact, the trailer, we were hoping to kind of move it throughout the city anyway, but it seems like that's the best location for it because it's just so big.
Yeah, it's a huge ad.
It's huge, yes.
Everybody sees it going from both directions.
Correct.
There were some questions, I think, surrounding those first few days when certain council members couldn't get in contact with you. In fact, it was part of a meeting that was had discussing the rumors surrounding the FBI probe. Is there a reason why certain council members could not contact you, but others could?
I have no idea. As long as I've been mayor here in the city of New Roads, I had maybe, one, sometimes two council members that would contact me throughout the course of the entire time of service. So it just strikes me as odd, how all of a sudden, council members are wanting to contact me and stating that they cannot. That's the farthest from the truth I ever heard. My phones are always open. I'm always available. People know where I am. And if any council member really wanted to contact me, they could have. They have my number.
Do you think that some council members are trying to make you look bad?
I don't know. All I try to do is do the best that I can for the citizens of New Roads. Everything else, I leave it in God's hands. I have no idea.
Do you believe that a white cabal is out to destroy a African American mayor?
I do not believe that. And let me give you an example as to why I do not believe that. I lived here all my life. I graduated Catholic High, Point Capee. I grew up at a time where all my friends were very diverse from all walks of life. I am, still great friends with lots of people. I'm a part-time cowboy, full-time mayor. So people are good in the city of New Roads. People are genuinely good, and I appreciate that. So we live in a great neighborhood, great friends. So I would not make any of those accusations.
Okay. Where do you go from here? How about the city of New Roads from this point forward?
We keep doing what we're doing. The city of New Roads is in the best shape that it's ever been. Record surpluses. I mean, look around.
You had a balanced budget, right? One of the few of all time that actually had a balanced budget.
Over $1 million surplus. The largest surplus in the history of the city of New Roads came under my administration. We're working hard for the citizens. We have all sorts of underground work that's going on in the city of New Roads. Besides the work that's going on above ground that you can see, millions and millions and millions of dollars in projects, fund balances that are just off the wall. There's a new scoreboard going up in Community Park. That scoreboard is going up because the Mayor's Youth Development Fund enabled it to go up. $20,000 scoreboard in Community Park. That would not have been possible if we were not doing the right things with the people's money.
How do you think you did with the debate? Tell us what that was like.
I feel like with the debate, I just felt like, I went in, I gave the people the truth, an honest answer about where the city is, what our intentions are, and what we'd like to see happen in the future. I know the people of the city of New Roads. I know what they want. The people in the city of New Roads don't want things shoved down their throats. They want to enhance their way of life. They don't want to change the fabric. They don't want to, change the overall culture. They want things to get better, but just don't shove things down their throats and come in here and say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. That's not the right attitude. That's not the right approach. Listen to the citizens. Before you can listen to them, you have to know them. Learn your citizens. Know what it is that they want. Don't give them anything that they don't want.